Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Toward X Raider. Very nice to make another one of these. It's been a while since I made another one of these. So the last video I made was extremely cringy. So if you guys have any things to say about that, let me know in the comments below. Really, you tell me if the last video was cringy or not. I mean, well, I guess I should continue with the video. So, your point of view. While you were in your house, you were sleeping in when you heard a knock on the door. Like, you were sleeping in. So you heard a knock on the door. It's not possible. So then you got up walking slowly because you were still tired. You walked down the stairs and you opened the door with your tired, sleepy eyes. Torb was standing there in front of the door. Okay, voice gonna be cringy, super cringy. Hey, do you remember our time hanging out together? Oh, shoot, I completely forgot, you said, panicking. Don't worry, I don't blame you, he says. Well, give me some time to get ready, you say. And then you close the door and ran to the bathroom. You had to go do your business, and also you had to get ready. But there was one thing about you that you didn't really care how you look. You didn't like makeup as much as you loved candy. So you didn't wear makeup that much. So you decided a little bit of eyeshadow wouldn't hurt. So you put a little bit of eyeshadow, and just a little bit, and wore a nice outfit. Like I said, you didn't really care of how you looked, so you wore a nice outfit. Once you were done, you brushed your teeth, you brushed your hair, and you went down the stairs and opened the door. Tord was still there. It was kind of surprising that he was very patient. I thought he would be very impatient, but he was actually a very patient guy, so that was a good thing. You did remember him blushing, not now. Sorry about that. Where was I? Trying to remember. Ow. My head. Okay, I remember now. He blushed a little bit and said, "You look great." "Thanks, you too," you said. So you went to your favorite restaurant and chatted for a little while. After that, you guys went to the arcade, because another thing about you was that you really much enjoyed the arcade. So while you were at the arcade, you played many games, including zombie attacks from games and other kind of stuff. And after you went to the arcade, you guys watched a little scary movie at the movie theater. The food was expensive, but but luckily Tord and your allowance was good enough. After the movie, you guys walked back home. I had fun, you said. Me too. You want to hang out another time? He said. You thought about it and said, maybe Tuesday. Then he said, why Tuesday? Well, just because I'm busy, in a couple of days. Oh, I understand. So while you guys were walking home, you guys said bye to each other. And went back to their house. Tord's point of view. I walked back into my house to see the boys. Ooh, they all said. What? I said confusingly. And then Tom and Matt started doing this annoying song. Tord's got a crush, Tord's got a crush, Tord's got a crush. I realized what they just said and I blushed madly and said, no, I don't. And then Ed stopped them from saying it. Guys, stop. They're just friends. Thank you, Ed, I said finally. But you gotta admit, it was pretty funny, Tom said. No, it was not, I said. Well, anyways, I'm going to my room. Oh God, what the hell? What the hell? No idea what happened. No clue. Okay then. In my room, my head was on the pillow. And while I was watching TV, I could hear your name playing music in the neighborhood. I looked out the window to see that she was listening to music while watching TV. She wasn't really singing. She was just moving her head up and down slowly. Then I stared at her for a while and admired her beauty. Then after that, I started to take a little break and get something to eat. Break time, real quick. So I know you guys might be thinking, your Norwegian accent is kind of cringy. Did you practice sounding like a Norwegian person? Yeah, in my cringy video, and I sounded terrible. You did not know how I sounded. I sounded freaking terrible. I sounded, it was very, very cringy. So yeah. Don't mind my Norwegian accent. It is very terrible for a first time. Please comment down below if you say that my Norwegian accent is terrible. I completely understand because it is very, very terrible. Anyways, back to the thing. While I was watching TV, I was watching my favorite show. Or more importantly, I was watching Zombie Pirates from Hell. Then I started to imagine your name, on how beautiful she was. Every time she laughed, every time she would have fun, every time she would dance and sing, and every time she would act like her personality, which was pretty funny. I couldn't stop thinking about her after a couple of days. She was just so beautiful. I couldn't stop thinking about her. Your point of view, holy crap. Ugh. While you were watching TV, while you were watching TV on a Tuesday, you heard a knock on the door once again. doing this as loud as possible. Sorry if it was too loud. You open the door to see Tord hiding something behind his back. You noticed right away and said, "Hey, Tord, what's behind your back?" What? Nothing, he said nervously. You were sort of confused and said, "Well, what are you doing here?" "Don't you remember?" Tord said. "You completely forgot. Again, you were a very forgetful person." But Tord didn't really seem to mind. But instead, you weren't in your pajamas, you were in your regular clothing. And said, "Oh, damn it, I forgot again." It's fine, I don't really mind," he said. "Well, okay," you said then finally. "So, what do you want to do?" you questioned. That's when Tord said, "Do you want to, maybe hang out at my place for a while? Tom, Ed, and Matt are gone for a while, so maybe we can watch Zombie Pirates from Hell." Little did you know that you were obsessed with Zombie Pirates from Hell. When you were a little kid, you watched it when your parents weren't home. They would sometimes catch you red-handed, and you were grounded for a couple of days. So every day when your parents were at home, you would always watch Zombie Pirates from Hell and didn't really seem to mind. You were watching it for the longest of your life now, and you decided to become obsessed with it and write, well, apparently fan fictions. And sometimes make videos about how cool Zombie Pirates from Hell is and what your opinion about them are. And you became... And you had 671 subscribers, and your YouTuber name was Zombie Pirates from Hell Fan Theory. So, you were pretty awesome. Okay, back to the thing. Then your eyes widened and you started to smile really big and say, "Yes." No, that's not no. That's kind of creepy. You smiled very wide. You started to get really excited and said, "I would absolutely love to watch Zombie Pirates from Hell." There was a little sparkle in your eyes while you were well, while you were smiling. Tord blushed a lot and said, okay. Go, tell me when you're ready." Then you closed the door and you started to squeal and say, "I'm gonna watch Zombie Pirates from Hell." Tord's point of view. Tord's point of view. Oh crap, I hate this. I hate that. I remembered it was Tuesday, so when Tom, Matt, and Ed were gone for a while, you not you, but I got TV ready so we could watch Zombie Pirates from Hell. I didn't know that she liked Zombie Pirates from Hell, so I started looking for other movies, but I didn't know if she liked them either, so I decided to go with Zombie Pirates from Hell. And might I explain that some romantic movies are sort of terrible, but this one has action, romance, and everything, so I thought it was perfect. And besides, action's my game. So I was walking down to your name's house and knocked on the door. She opened the door and then I said, hi. Hi, Tord. What's that behind you? Oh, and I forgot to mention that before I went there, I picked out a rose for her because I wanted to show her later. It was still behind my back. I completely forgot it was behind my back. But I kind of remembered. And then I said, "Oh, nothing." Well, what are you doing here? She asked. I was kind of confused on why she kept on forgetting, and I said, "Do you remember?" She was shocked, like she'd seen a ghost. It was pretty cute. "Oh man, I forgot again," she said. It's fine. I don't really mind. So, you want to maybe come over to my house and watch Zombie Pirates from Hell? Then I noticed that her eyes widened and she started to smile. I would absolutely love to watch that. Her eyes glistened and I kind of blushed a lot. I kind of gave it away. But she was so cute. Well, okay. Tell me when you're ready. She closed the door, and while I was walking back to my house, I heard her say, "I'm gonna watch Zombie Pirates from Hell!" It was adorable. It was cute. And I decided to walk back to my house. At my house, I was waiting for YN to show up at my door. And luckily enough, I heard the knock. Sorry if this video was taking a very long time. I kind of like Tordix Reader. Your point of view. So you got ready. You were squealing a little bit once you got ready. At Tord's house, you knocked on the door. Tord opened it and said, "Oh, you're here. Come in." You went into the house and saw that the house was amazing. You gasped and said, "Wow, Tord, this is an amazing house." "Thanks, it's where we live," he said. "Ooh, this couch is so comfy," you said, sounding a little comfortable. "And look at the TV. It's a little bit bigger than mine." Well, and then you started to look around the house super happy and looked in the kitchen to see if you could make popcorn. Soon enough, you found some popcorn and said, "Hey, Tord, is it okay if I make some popcorn?" He nodded he nodded and he said, "Okay," and you said, "Okay," while smiling. While you were making the popcorn, you heard Tord whisper something, but you couldn't make out what it was because all the popping of the popcorn. But you heard some words. You heard, you heard, how do I tell her? YN, your name. So beautiful. Do you think she'll love me? What if she doesn't love me? She has to love me. I'm sorry if you can't hear that. I'm trying to make a whispering voice. You decided to ignore it and continue waiting for the popcorn to be done. Once it was done, you got it out of the packet. You said, "Hot, hot, hot," because the bag was very hot. Luckily, you got the popcorn out of the bag and put it in a bowl. Soon enough, the lights were off, and only a screen of flashing lights was showing. You peeked through, and it was the menu screen of Zombie Pirates from Hell. You smiled and plopped onto the couch. You set the popcorn right next to Tord and started eating it. Tord turned on the movie, and you guys watched it for a little while. And then, halfway through the movie, out of nowhere, Tord put his arm around you. You didn't really seem to mind, so you kept watching the TV. He kept on looking at you back and forth halfway through the movie. You were kind of wondering why he was doing that, but you decided to still watch the movie. When Tord was about to get some popcorn and you started to get the popcorn, you both held hands at the same time. You let go and you blushed a little bit, while Tord, on the other hand, was blushing a lot. I'm sorry, he said. No, it's fine. It was kind of my fault, you said. And you grabbed some popcorn and started eating. You looked back at the TV to see the zombie pirates attacking a human. You were pretty excited about that and said, "Yeah, chop him." Tord smirked a little bit and continued watching with you. Soon enough, you heard a car park outside Tord's house. You were wondering who it was, but you still decided to watch the movie. "I'll be right back," Tord said. He opened the front door to see Tom, Ed, and Matt back so soon. You heard him freak out a little. And then he said, "Your name, I am very sorry, but I need to turn off the TV." In your head, you were kind of sad, but you didn't want to disappoint Tord. So you said, "Okay, maybe we can watch it later." "Good," he said. He turned off the TV and ran to his room. He grabbed your hand and ran to his room. You kind of blushed halfway when he held your hand. And then he rushed to his room and turned off all the lights. And Tord said, "Okay, your name? The guys can't know that you're in here. So you have to hide somewhere where they can't find you. And once they're done sleeping, you can go back to your house. I promise," he said. You nodded your head in agreement and hid somewhere where the boys couldn't find you. Sooner enough, the boys opened the door and said, "Hey, Tord, we're home." But then Tord completely forgot the popcorn sitting on the couch. Matt thought it was a present for them and said, "Ooh, popcorn!" He rushed to the couch and grabbed the bowl of popcorn and started eating it. Matt started to join in, but Tom seemed a little suspicious. He went to Tord's room to see Tord fake sleeping, but Tom didn't really know he was fake sleeping. So then he said, "Tord is a very sleepy guy. Jeez, I wonder what's wrong with him." An hour later, the boys went off to sleep. Tord woke up and opened the spot where you were hiding. You opened your eyes slowly to see that you have fell asleep in your hiding spot. Your name? The boys are asleep. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's time to go, your name. The boys are asleep. You nodded and he took you back to your house. Then he said, "I hope we can hang out sometime. Very nice meeting you, your name." And then you said, "Well, it's very nice to meet you too. I had fun, Tord." "I had fun too, your name," he said. You hugged Tord and said, "Thank you for the fun." Tord blushed a little bit and said, "You're welcome, your name." You went back to your house and waved goodbye. He waved bye back and said, he waved bye back and went back to his house. You were super happy that you got to see zombie pirates from hell. But since your fandom of Zombie Pirates from Hell was huge, you decided to watch it secretly without Tord even knowing that you did it, that you watched it without him. So while you were watching it, Tord never knew and he went to sleep. When you were done watching the movie, you put on your pajamas and fell asleep. Oh my god, how long was that? 26 minutes. Jeez. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I'll make a part 3 soon. And I love you all. Stay pretty. Bye.